悪いが急いでいる。
ところでお主、内葉サスケか。
You better love me again. You better love me again.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Ace Operative. Today, people, I will be reviewing Boruto Naruto Next Generation, Episode 132, Jiraiya's Assignment. All I can say about this episode, I was worried when I saw the previous episode. I was like here saying, like, okay, so now, you know, they're going to be working on a new collaboration jutsu. I was like here saying to myself, like, all they are going to do is just do a Rasengan, bro. It's just gonna be a tag team. Probably, you know, like how Naruto does his giant Rasengan. It's just gonna be like that. It's just Boruto is in the mix. So, you know, that's probably what's gonna happen. But this episode right here, just this, this is what I was waiting for, but I wasn't expecting on how in which they were going to deliver. So what happened in this episode was that Boruto and Naruto, they were training to create a new collaboration jutsu so that they're able to take down Urashiki, right? Okay, so while they were training, Boruto and Naruto, they were out of sync constantly throughout the training. Boruto was afraid of getting hurt by Naruto because he kept having like little flashbacks from when he saw Naruto in the one-tailed cloak mode. And I understand that. And I'm just like here saying, throughout all the episodes, I don't remember seeing Boruto as petrified as he was just then. It got me so excited, bro, because this is something new for Boruto. He never had to fear. Just seeing his dad's power, it created a intense fear in Boruto, where he doesn't want to get hurt again. And that caused him to be out of sync. And then for Naruto, he didn't want to hurt Boruto, so that caused him to be out of sync. So both of them were out of sync throughout the entire thing, each of them fearing of hurting each other. Jiraiya saw that. He gives them his sage wisdom and then he just goes off. This is where the episode starts to make that little turn. And when it made this turn to where Boruto went off and he saw Neji. See, when we first saw Neji, I didn't express no type of, you know, like he's meeting his uncle for the first time, which, you know, he was not able to meet. It's because Boruto didn't have no type of reaction to the man. He just heard, you know, oh, this is Neji, Uncle Neji that I wasn't able to meet. The sucker that got yeeted by his splinter. But he saw him and Hinata training. And I'm just like, you're saying, please, spar with Neji. I was like, you say, please, Boruto, make this episode hype. Spar with Neji. But it wasn't like that. Neji saw Boruto. He gave Boruto a rundown of just how great Naruto was. How he was the type of person to just defy fate. Especially loneliness. He could have gave in to loneliness. And that could have like turned him into the role in which Naruto could have went down if he just stayed in that loneliness would have been a very dark and lonely road. Let's be honest. But he decided to fight that. He wanted to become someone that the village would acknowledge, and that would become the Hokage. And then, dog, bro, this is why we need. I feel like I wish Kishimoto did this. I'm hoping, low key, in the bottom of my soul, they do a remake. Or how is it? You know, like how Dragon Ball Z Kai. I mean, Dragon Ball Z had Dragon Ball Z Kai, right? I want them to do that for Naruto. Just, you know, cut off a little filler, trim the filler fat off of Naruto. With that type of quality, and especially how he made Neji change. You remember, Neji was an S-class jerk. He didn't think no one can be as savage as he was. Maybe Sasuke when he was in the village and when he was on Team 7. Maybe Sasuke. But no one else he did acknowledge. But for Naruto to just Shoryuken that right into his face, bro. You could just tell it changed Neji forever. Jiraiya was dropping those hints, bro. Jiraiya was dropping them hints that he knew. Because it should have been obvious. If it wasn't obvious for you before that he knew, this is how it was obvious. The Rasengan. One person knew the Rasengan. And then that turned into Jiraiya learning the Rasengan. Minato, Jiraiya. Those were the only two persons to have the Rasengan. So, where does this little boy come out the woodworks? And he knows the Rasengan. Now, Naruto knows it. Naruto, I mean, that was the reason why I left him out. Because Naruto now just knows it. And this timeline, Naruto does know the Rasengan. But who taught him? It was Jiraiya. Then from Jiraiya, it was Minato. And so, the thing about it is, in Jiraiya's mind, there could only be one possible explanation. This sucker's a time traveler. Jiraiya could not keep no type of secret. And I just love that Jiraiya knew. Jiraiya knew that, yeah, these guys, they aren't some travelers or whatever. But I need to say this. I need to cut into that. I need to cut into this. Where's the cross Kakashi? Where's the cross Kakashi Hatake? We haven't seen Kakashi. Kakashi has just showed up one time throughout this little Boyhood arc. And I'm just saying, something not right. Sasuke, Naruto, they did the music perfect. They set the atmosphere perfect. The rain, when the rain had came down, and Naruto was just lying there, and he was just thinking. Remember on all the other reviews in which I'd done, I was like, you're wondering, why hasn't he talked about Sasuke? Why didn't he talk about Sasuke? Because Sasuke was the main reason. It was the push Naruto had needed to want to become stronger, to bring him back. Bro, when we saw Naruto and Sasuke just talking, and we just saw out, and then the music was just the cherry on top of the ice cream. Sasuke was just, giving Naruto a side, a little story, which, the story we know all too well, about how it ended. And it just it was the motivation to make Naruto, just keep pushing, never to give up, and to just want to bring Sasuke back. And just seeing that, and with the music, they hit it on the nose with the emotion, and it touched me, bro. It really did touch me. This is the Naruto I grew up with. And I was worried, because when Boruto keeps coming into the frame, it's just oh, we're not gonna have the same experience that we had with Naruto now that we got Boruto in here. But the way they made it work, I'm so proud of how they did that, because seeing Naruto talk about how much he cared about Sasuke, and didn't just for Sasuke to be there, and just the passion that came out throughout that little time those two spent together, it was just amazing, because Sasuke's able to see how Naruto was feeling while he was gone from the village, and Naruto gets that little glimpse of hope that he can bring Sasuke back to the village. So it was a win-win. And then that just, now that Naruto and Boruto are reconciled, they're able to get back to work on the jutsu. But this is where my heart hit the floor. Sasuke ran into Sakura, and his reaction to Sakura, it was just something I never thought I'd see Sasuke just do. And it was just he had Sakura's hand, and I was just Sasuke, it's Sakura. You're annoying. That chick, right? I understand, you had Sarada with her, so, there's that. So your emotion towards Sakura is probably a little bit different, but it's just it's Sakura. But when he had her, it was just it was just I feel there's a backstory between Sasuke and Sakura that we just haven't seen yet, but I feel like in some filler universe we're going to see that. And it's just Sasuke dropped the paper on the ground, and I'm just like kissing that one little paper. And for Sakura to pick it up and look at it, it's gonna change the timeline. I just saw that correct. It's gonna legit change the timeline, because I bet you it was something important. I just bet you. And then when Sasuke was alone and Jiraiya showed up, pure Naruto fashion, just pure Naruto fashion. Jiraiya says to Sasuke,
悪いが急いでいる。ところでお主、内葉サスケか。
Bro! Oh shoot! I would like you to say, Jiraiya, nothing gets past you, Pervy said. Nothing gets past you. And this is gonna make the episode so much more enjoyable, because now the whole secret is out. The timeline is going to definitely get changed. This is what I didn't see coming in that preview. I didn't see this crowd coming. So you finna tell me you just had one episode, one little training episode to prepare for Urashiki. This sucker comes back in the next episode, and he pissed off because you don't get the blue running on. Sucker, how the crud does that make sense? You know how long these suckers would pander on? I have to go back relearn myself or some type of witchcraft. And then, they'll come back in 2 to 3 episodes to see how much you have grown. Or Shiki just said, screw what you think you know about Naruto and Boruto. I'm coming back and I'm getting the 9 tails as chakra. I didn't see that one bit coming, and it just it shocks me, because now I'm more intrigued. Jiraiya is obviously asking Sasuke some questions. And you want to know what the most craziest thing about this? If they tie this in with the manga. Let's say, for instance, and I know I'm past my time, but I'm going to edit this correct. Let's say, for instance, Sasuke tells Jiraiya, right? What if you read the manga, I'm dropping the biggest hint of the manga as of right now. What if you know who is who? If you caught that, you deserve some ramen. Because, bro, just from them doing this, right? Just from them doing this, how much would the timeline change? But anyway, thank you all for watching. Please let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Till next time, y'all. Operatives, move out.